That's a complete set right there.
That's a lot deeper.
And a hammer.
It was extremely close.
You need one.
Put them in perfectly. And slide in your wedge. So you want to get the place to actually.
Safety's in it.
We'll get glass in there.
Mom, do you want help?
So, pretty much, Al's already shown you how you drill the holes, right? So, get the hammer. What we have here is, you go get your hammer with the shims, or they call them feathers, to a certain reason. They call feathers. You also have the you need 3 sets
See,
of
that's
like
on.
that.
I know you have those,
Then we
but
got shims in the feathers. How long that takes, but I think I heard Al running his electric drill over there, and you can see how quick that he actually drilled the hole.
Is this about the space that you would do?
That's about the space, sometimes a little bit wide. I mean, you can see it here. This would be split by hand, but any building you go, sometimes a little bit wide. And the granite workers can actually, they could read, you know, hear the sound, they knew the grain.
How do they hold it in place to get it going?
Well, I think he has it over here.
Hey, all right! Close from Come on!
You know what I tell people? You know what you just did? See these crystals? These crystals are 300 million years old. This is the first time that they saw daylight in 300 million years.
so you're saying that I'm basically a
That's like
molecular
the very start of
Right, yeah, that's a hand drill. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. So
So
that's,
you actually like
For these to work, you gotta do this. Oh, you
haven't seen the light in
You gotta
300
drop
years.
in all the
You
way.
just did it.
Let the feathers drop in all the way.
And as you can
That's
see,
insane.
placing them the right way, okay,
Yeah.
because we're gonna split the stone this way.
and then
can you read the
you could also,
I can't.
I wouldn't recommend doing
They
this,
can.
but like,
They could.
like theoretically, you could just blow it out with
So they knew where to split it.
small
Because this would
Just
charge
nobody else would
if you do it
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah,
You're not
right.
gonna get it.
So, well, congratulations,
The
just
hammer.
put that piece of granite, hit each one like that, right? And you'll actually hear it, you'll hear a different sound, see the, right, you know, you watch for the minute crack. Listen to the sound.
How far down, if this piece was deeper, how far down would those
Well,
wedges work?
they had feathers and wedges that were 2 or 3 feet long, rather than blocks. I've seen pictures of, we don't have any of that. And they could drill a big hole like this. And they had these, they came in various sizes, but this is the normal size that they would use for smaller blocks like this. As far as like, how big a block would you split with?
Right.
That block over there? You can split that block with those.
Really?
I had a friend of mine up on Fulton Street that split blocks that big, and Al has before too. So even using these small ones, you could go that big of a block. And I've seen pictures of them that they do sell about 1 year ago, you know. See, those crystals haven't seen the light of day.
That's amazing. But literally, they would just start like this and whack $1,000 to get a starter hole.
Yeah, they would start like this. I don't have my glasses, but if you
And it's not gonna be turning.
this is how you do it.
Because I was just thinking it was gonna chart everywhere.
You could try it yourself. And basically, what you do is you hit this, every time you hit it, you give it a quarter turn.
See, that to me is the longest part of the whole process.
Oh, it is, yeah, it is. Al has already drilled these. Pneumatic drills and everything.
Yeah.
But you had to do,
Because
the
that's
guy
a long
could,
time just to get that much.
sure.
And the different men have different parts of the job.
absolutely tiny
You want to take your piece of granite home?
All the steps.
Yes.
Start the hole.
All the stone cutters, you're welcome how to do granite, you can split, so obviously they'd be working on a whole series of blocks that they were doing, a monument, like, let's talk like the Bunker Hill Monument. In the Bunker Hill Monument, all the blocks from the Bunker Hill Monument at that period of time would have been done using tools like this. You know, a hammer, and a hand drill like this, and these feathers and wedges to split the stone. So
So you do
we
a
had
quarter turn of the
20, 30, 40 people working
So
at
basically,
the quarry, the blocks were
every
laid out,
time you
and they
turn
knew
it
how big they wanted the
90
blocks on
degrees,
the monument, how they had to be split, and they would
90
be doing
degrees.
that.
Round it, that's exactly what they did.
Different blocks, obviously.
This is gonna
But
kill.
you can try it if you want to try.
That's the best.
Roll the hole.
Yeah.
That's the killer of the old granite. You know, as soon as they came to pneumatic tools, like, all that.
And the thing about these hand drills is, originally, those things didn't last that long. They would have to go back to the blacksmith shop to be retempered and resharpened. Today, the drill bit that even Al is using, it's tipped with carbide, so it's very hard.
That's what I'm saying, see, that's the best and longest part.
You'll be there
Because
all
you've got to
day.
get that into a
That-
reasonable hole.
Take down for that.
See, to me, that's the worst part of the whole thing.
You got a screw it? You want to try drilling it? Well, you have your glasses on because the ships do fly.
Yeah, and I
Yes, they do.
think for sure that the, I can imagine it's the water.
So every time you hit it,
Now,
just turn the
water,
quarter
you're
of a
still
turn.
not
That's it,
putting water
like
in there?
that.
Because if you're cutting some big hunk of thing with a saw blade.
Kind of squarish.
Yeah, it's okay. You got the
Why
hang.
no water in that though to keep the rest down?
Good.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then how deep does it, how deep does it have to go?
Like it 2
Oh, by
inches.
the whole tree.
You have to go 2 inches?
Yeah.
Now you'll be there all day.
Well, I mean, that's why they do 40 to 60 in a 10-hour day.
That's right.
Yeah, but that seems like too much. I would think I would do
Just a
one in a
split.
10-hour day. Getting one.
Wait,
That was a
No,
good
that's
stone
good
cutter,
gold.
a good guy. could
so
do
you
it.
split them. So you do this 40 to 60 times in a
Yeah.
10-hour day?
They make 40 to 60 holes.
Just the.
That's
just
what
the
they
hole.
were expected to do if you were working.
Wow.
You know, a stone cutter was expected to do, 40 to 60 in a 10-hour day. That too. You know, the splitting part didn't take that long.
You were.
That spike though. And that sort of spike would also be, like, if it was pointed on the end,
That's a single, they call that a single point hand bit.
so that's a.
And there are other ones that were developed.
At least 2 days.
So today, you can still buy a hand drill like that for splitting stone, but some of them look like a star on the end, okay? I think we have an example in the museum. So the modern ones look like a star and they have carbide system. So if you don't want to spend the money to buy an electric drill to drill a stone in your backyard, or a pneumatic drill which costs, hundreds or thousands of dollars, you can go buy a hand drill and do it, just like you're doing right there, but see how long it's gonna take. So you're better off calling the guy up to say, hey, I got a big stone in my yard, I want it split. I go, yeah, bring your machine over here.
Starting fire.
And these are still for sale at, for instance, they still use these, right? Everybody still uses these. So you go to like Plymouth Quarries and you can buy new sets of these. A set of these is about $20.
That's what's screwing nuts.
Back in the old days, these guys, they would drop, you see, I almost dropped one here.
What's the
Up at the
hook for?
quarries, you walk around the quarries, you find all
Like,
kinds of them.
Find them everywhere because it's too dangerous to go and retrieve them.
Well, yeah, and they just
Yeah.
drop them, they get lost.
Because, like,
They tried to retrieve them because they did cost money back then too. That's
like-
the same thing they use today.
you had to go for the steel sourcing, whatever material it's made of. You want help?
That's all. I think Al had something else over here. Did you explain the Cape chisel, Al?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yes, that's a dangerous job.
That's what
The gloves.
I know, I'm a menace.
You know what the ideal shape for
Is
these
there
are?
a,
A steel
one at a
plate
time.
on the end that was significantly wider. Well, that's good.
they do, if you go down,
I know,
you go down to Home Depot sometime with your mom and dad, go into the tool section and look, and I bet you you'll find some chisels, even for chisel and steel, where they make it like that so people don't hit their hand.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah, they got like a
the
big
big
rubber
plastic,
end.
yeah.
prior to using that, they would have used this here, I'll explain. See this here? It's like a little cake chisel, okay? And so what this did, is this would have made a slot.
That's amazing.
You know, this thing here would have made a slot, okay? I don't have my glasses on, so I don't want to chip too much because it is chipping. But you can see
Yeah, I
it.
felt it.
And that would make a little slot, and they would use these flat wedges like this,
So those flat
with the
feather.
shim in them like this, okay? So it would make a slot, and
So they're
that
feather
would
on
be
one
it.
side.
So a lot of people don't realize this, but you walk around and you look at some old buildings,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you a good one you can look at if you're looking at Quincy. It's around a village, and there's a place called Darcy's Pub in Common Market.
Yeah,
You can
probably.
see this huge granite building. If you look at that granite building, you can stand in the parking lot, you look at the granite building, look at the very top, and you're gonna see a big piece of stone up there, and it's gonna have, some of these round holes, it's gonna have these structures with it, and they show up. Most people
So you
don't
can
know,
see
so
them.
most people don't see it.
Just
So
pound
this
it in.
method,
No good.
this method predated this method.
There are
Oh,
first
God.
issues.
Yeah.
No, I guess I have issues.
So that's an early method. This is the first method.
Yeah.
But we've tried doing it with this, and this takes a lot longer to
Well-
do it with this
Yeah, because
and with this.
you aren't creating a divot, you're creating a swat.
You're right.
You have to pound. And theoretically speaking,
Yep,
you could just keep going with this, but that would destroy the tool. Like
right.
you could keep going, but you would chip a hole in it. Like you would probably like break a chunk of
Yeah.
that. Because like it's tapered out. I don't really want to touch it too much because this is not a fun idea. But like it's tapered on one side, but it's also tapered the other way on the other side. So you could just, theoretically speaking, you could just keep going. That would mean that you can do it a little bit faster, but it's also more time consuming. You could do your striking quicker, but you wouldn't have the same like speed of being able to just drill like 2 inches down.
See, the thing is, you're looking at comfort, you're not moving the tool, you're just rotating.
Yeah.
And you know, this go inside, you change directions,
What's interesting is you will see something in the same period work in the same period.
It's like 3 different
I've even seen it on the same stone, and a good example is at the Granite Railway incline plane. If you walk up and you look closely, you're gonna see on the same stone, like somebody asked me, well, is it just one person working on it? And I said, well, if it's a big long piece of stone, somebody might be working on one end and somebody might be working on the other end. If it was this long, you'd be over there drilling a hole, I'd be over here drilling a hole.
Even like this
There's a
big.
section at the Granite Railway, and I noticed this on one of the stones, because they're 8 feet long,
Wow.
that somebody was using this type on one end, and somebody was using this type on the other end.
That's a
And the reason being is because these stone cutters, a lot of them, they bought their own tools. So if a guy still had these in his toolbox,
why not
he
use
was
it?
gonna use them, because
Like,
he
work
wasn't
it
gonna
to
buy different, okay, until he didn't last any longer.
Like
So-
you work these to death, like
Yeah.
but then you can't beat the dead horse anymore. So
Right.
you
Right, well,
Why
when he
anyone?
had to, when they finally had to, they would do that, because like, everything costs money, you know, like today, and
Have you drilled it? Have you?
my hand,
Yes.
it's not a hole like that. Wait,
Because I wanted to know how long it's going to take. That's the whole day.
well, this
it'd
is
take
like
me a
10
whole
minutes
day
of
if I
work.
could drill that
That's
hole.
what I think. It's going to take a whole day. And I just,
So-
I can't believe with my hands that that's not going to get, like, chip out. You sort of ruin the whole thing, like.
transition into this, I think, I don't know if Al explained it to you, but you see, this looks the same as the hand drill, okay? But you can see how this here goes into a machine, okay? It goes into a plug drill, like, once he has set up over there. So that would go into the plug drill, so now the plug drill is doing the hammering. The plug drill is like a jackhammer. So that's doing this part, and you're doing this
So
part.
you're doing the rotating, and then
Yeah.
that thing is working like a pile driver to just pound it in.
Exactly.
How long will you be in this before someone can look at that?
I think about 1890 is what we think is, let's say 1890 cost $20. That's equivalent to $200 today. These guys in the stone industry, they're not gonna buy that unless they knew it was gonna last a long time. But how long is that gonna last? Oh God, I'm gonna use that thing, I'm gonna drill 10 holes and I gotta rebuild it because it's no good anymore? I know how long this will last. This will last 50 years, I could use this. I could bring it back to the
I
blacksmith
just have
shop.
to send it back to the blacksmith to be resharpened.
But once they proved the technology worked and some stone sheds started using the new technology, which were pneumatic tools, and they were outproducing other stone sheds, wow, we better get those things if we want to stay in business because they ain't beating us, you know?
I was just math.